of. I'm super happy about it. Anyway, so now let's watch the Smash and Splash finals. So this set might be probably the best set I've ever watched. Like, I think I lost my voice halfway through, and I was still screaming at the end of it. Like, it was just so good.
And I think she's ready for it. I mean, a lot of players when approaching that, that tournament setup, if you're the streaming setup, especially for us, it's like a very nerve-wracking. But she is one.
But yeah, I kind of expected Hanron to win from the start, but the way they did it was really fun to watch.
Kite here is going to be able to lead the charge on this right side with this side. He should be able to peek really well on. Oh, okay. I thought he had that one. Oh my goodness.
I'll just let it, and see that's the danger though. If you want
So
to
Kite like starts off really shaky, like
my goodness. Well, either way,
getting in really weird positions and getting punished for it, and it's like basically that start of that match was should have been was basically a 3v4 because of the position that Kite was in. As soon as Kite fell down, he probably should have just jumped back rather than go for those weird angled kills.
Both ways viable depending on the cards the other team shows you. So great shot on
He does get a really sick double later on in the game though.
Ran down there. Savage gonna use that ink strike. Makes great use of the ink strike.
Oh
here.
my god!
That kill on dude is hilarious. Everybody, oh, that is the double. That's the double.
Let's go. Kite is gonna be able to start an offensive here, but there's someone a blaster from the left side as well.
Little impatient on that shot. He probably could have got that kill, but
either way, here Snipe coming in on the left side does spot another one, and Kite for the most part.
I don't know why they went around to the right, other than the fact that there was that dude to the left, or that person to the left. I don't know if it was dude or not, but like it took him a lot longer to get to that score than it should have. And also, this position just is so weird. Like, let me, yeah, we need to back up. Probably should back up even further. Kite's positioning is like more like a splatter scope than an E-leader.
We see them kind of taking their time with this Rainmaker, kind of sitting towards the back there. Ooh, Spectre being called out by the suction bomb from below. Let's go, Dadsy. And either way, that Rainmaker kind of.
This the microphone really doesn't do it justice how loud that room was. That room was like just like exploding like the whole time. It was crazy. It sounds like there's only 3 people, but it was really just like a roar. Like people from the Smash room were just coming over and like, what the hell is going on in here?
You're just seeing a ton of pressure here, and with the, with the T-Tech, with the Splattershot Pro here, Savage, they're just able to put so much pressure up here on the spinner.
Yeah.
Of course, Spectre can't get her footing anywhere, but really the whole team can't get their footing because every time they come here, there's just bullets and blasts.
Missed that guy to the, or didn't see that guy to the left.
My goodness.
I think. That was great.
Yeah.
We change off Spectre right as she pulls the play.
Either way, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this one. And so far.
But the spectator mode is going to make this presentation so much better because we were on double, like both point of views were chargers, and it was actually kind of like a bad decision because, like, while it's kind of hype when you see a charger get a kill, it's like you miss a lot of really important things by only looking at the charger. Like I like the view from like an analyzing perspective, but like only seeing it that way, like there's limits to how good that can be.
But still, to the 24-point marker, that is maybe even game.
I would honestly, 24.
Maybe even game, huh?
Either way,
Brandon was getting a lot of crazy like close range directs like that, like the whole tournament. And it's funny because like I don't think Brandon was actually on stream much or at all, but like you would see it from the other person's point of view constantly.
Finally out of here, able to get at least like, oh my goodness, that snipe on Dadsy there, nicely done. I think both teams kind of respectively getting their own snipe on 2 members at the same time. I think actually.
It's weird seeing like the finals being like a double charger, like both teams having a charger, because like the meta right now is so anti-charger. Like, and what I learned from this event was that quick respawn stealth jump is just never going to be beat. Like, I'm so glad the sequel's coming out so quick because quick respawn stealth jump is just too effective at what it is. It makes mistakes like so much less important.
getting that beacon out just in case they wanted to hop right to it, or maybe as a defensive play.
Yeah, no, really smart call.
Can't believe she didn't die there.
They're still slowly but surely kind of creeping into Hanron's side of the map. We do see someone that maybe sees the reticle, or sorry, not the reticle, but
I think the Blaster probably should have just given up on Spectre here, because if the Blaster had gone like into the spinner there, they probably could have stopped this.
They're moving it. They're spawned back.
Nicely done.
If B can get a couple of these kills here, this might be what they need. They've moved into a good position with just 10 seconds.
Tunnel too hard on Spectre.
I mean, this is the last time they have a Kraken. They should be able to
Oh,
avoid
they
this.
both use their Kraken.
This double Kraken was hilarious.
Nobody.
Who's gonna pick it up?
Oh, they
Pick it up. They pick it up at the last second, but there's a sniper on the other side.
Has to get the shot. Has to get the shot. They
They
did
got the
it.
lead at the last second. My goodness. My goodness. And they go crazy in the crowd.
Oh my god, you can't even hear, like,
Nuts right now.
if you like had a sound level meter in that room, like when that happened, like I'm pretty sure we were as loud or louder than the Smash Room at any point at the Smash Room was.
You see Spectre, she is.
It was crazy.
Dead. She was dead.
Oh my goodness, great.
Yeah,
Is
let's
that
skip
what you
ahead.
want from game one?
Yes, that's what we want.
There we go.
All right, Splatzone's on Kelp Dome.
This is like a super long set, even though it's like only there's not even a bracket reset, just because they go to the full games or the full 7.
Right, I'm going to be hopping off here to work on a little bit of the stream thing. You see that one panel here on the side. But Spectre going to be going this time.
Spectre's probably being a little more aggressive than she needs to be right off the start there. Like, all you really need to do is just paint over, like, over the side there.
And Ira going to be joining us back in. Hanron already getting control. They're pretty.
And I don't think they had like an idea of what they wanted to accomplish with the start. Like, they kind of just walked forward, and then Hanron just baited him and punished him.
Oh my goodness, yeah, she's busting out again. Yeah, she's been able to roll with Splatling pretty
Whoa.
well. Oh my goodness, nicely done to be able to hop from that angle.
Yeah, there's Brand doing more of those like close range directs on people.
And oh my goodness, Hanron with an answer. This is a statement.
Yeah, I mean, this is what I was talking about earlier. It can be so difficult.
I think they
to
fully
get
like
that
just
spot
dominate
zone
this
to the
100 to
edge.
0.
There's so much room that you have to take back before you can even think about taking it. And dude, they're both going to go down this time. Dadzy running in with the free 9 tag. Excellent work, and this is domination.
Spectre really needs to go out to like far left or far right and paint for somebody, but she keeps trying to go to like the center-ish side of some of stuff, and it's like making it so she can't actually help teammates, and then she's getting frustrated because she's feeling like she can't do anything, so she's moving a little too far forward and dying. They kind of, but yeah, the 100 to 0. Like, when you're a long range painter, like a heavy slatling like that, you really need to make sure you're going in places where you can help or like paint for your teammates. Like, kills are like great and all, but you're only really getting kills like when you're at an advantage. Like, when you're behind, you're just painting. There's never really a good opening for the team. Hanron had like everything answered right, and not going out the far side like to not get flanked is just kind of a mistake.
I mean, that's a downfall, I guess, is that it makes you kind of susceptible to that at the beginning of the. And I've talked the world of Kite.
Yeah.
I really want to see Kite.
So it's interesting seeing Savage play, because she's always run Recon, and I've always known Recon was probably secretly good, but like I've never really run it because it's just so frustrating to look down at the map all the time. But the way she plays, I think she plays on like insanely high sensitivity, and she has like her controller like almost right in front of her face. Like I think she rests like her like the middle of her forearms like on the edge of the table, and like has the controller like right under the screen for her. So it literally, she doesn't even have to look up much. Or look down much. She's just like, it's like a quick little look. It's really smart. I just can't keep my aim steady with a high sense like that.
In these kind of situations, you have to wonder. I mean, these guys on the Hanron, they're pretty young. Like, and being on the stage, they haven't been on it before.
Got some of that maple moxie, the ice in the veins, doing exactly what they need to do here. They're not phased by this stage. Not phased one bit.
Oh, nearly getting that snipe through the grates there.
Yeah, like you said, already the sniper matchup coming into play here. As we see,
But Kite does a lot of stuff like that, where he like accidentally like mispositions himself and then tries to just like make the best of it
Right on it, at least.
instead of repositioning properly. But I think he jumps out here, and it's like
Okay, gonna jump out, jump out.
it's
Not
good.
enough
Yeah,
time.
barely makes it out
Good
though.
on him to preempt that because he acknowledged, okay, I don't have enough ink. I'm not going to be able to wait around. Dip on out. Good call on his part. Does spot out Jude's cherry on that left side.
Get,
But,
whoa!
almost got away with that kill. Spectre in the meantime.
Kai shouldn't have even been challenging that there. It was really greedy. Like, you're the longest range weapon in the game. He could have sat anywhere. But he sat there in a place where dude could one-shot him.
One of the things that's so important on getting a
Trying to kill
is you
dude.
really have to have both sides. You know, you have to have the right side, so that because that's the way that tower goes. You know, but you've also got to have left side a lot of times if you want to get it.
Kraken, yeah.
Is Kraken...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a little greedy.
Run out.
I don't think she has any duration, or if she does, it's not very much.
Like at that point, like I'm kind of screwed. I'm on this like I'm on this elevated platform, and I'm in the middle of all this bluing. I'm just gonna go for it, and it didn't work.
It's also weird seeing all these custom E-leaders. Like running E-leader is already kind of hard to do, and then you run a custom E-leader, which basically doesn't do anything outside of shoot people. That triple was crazy.
Let's go, Dadsy!
My goodness,
They really should have had Dadsy on stream. Like Dadsy was so good the whole tournament.
Closer to the 40s, gets the quick snipe
Gets
onto
another
the
one.
Chris.
This is
Has
such a
three
difficult
members near
situation
the tower
for them.
before being taken down, but can you do enough? The wall goes down, he does get a kill, and falls on
Oh, the
That's a triple
two-dose.
coming in, and that should be able to stop the push at 32.
All right. I think they can finally breathe now. I think they've earned a chance to breathe. Well, maybe not.
Can
They're
they?
still coming in. This time it's Brand coming in with the custom range blaster. I think he got another one.
They're still Brand. We spotted him just now. Somehow.
That was so close to hitting there.
And they're still just jumping in. One cell jump leading to another and another as Two Moons still looking for answers to get out of their base. And
Brand is
I think Two Moons is taking too long to get out because they're like they're splitting up a lot. Like,
Oh no! Oh no!
oh my god,
What timing!
so close.
Breaking out every trick in the book right here for grand finals.
Yeah, Hanron's forcing them to spread out so they can't actually like
Minute and a half of gameplay has been right
or
here.
like in a coordinated way push out. I think they didn't really play together all that much before this tournament, so they didn't really know how to deal with it.
Chris is going to start this front line out, at least hoping that his blaster can get onto some of Hanron's front line here. You've got to keep your eyes out if you're Spectre for Kite. Where are you?
Yeah, and right now you see there, well, the tower is moving. Let's see where Spectre repositions herself here. She knows she can't go right down immediately because Bran is still there. And that's going to be two down now on the part of Hanron. This could be something big. B gonna hop off, see if he can get a kill. This time using the Inkzuka.
Bomber should come. No, not
Okay,
Bomber.
are able to take out Bran.
Like, I don't know what Dude was doing up there, but like them getting this push was like purely off of that because everybody backed up instead of pushed in on that one dude, and like it took them too long to like kill that guy, and then like somehow still Dude kept up enough pressure that they could still get the push going.
Oh, gets one, falls on it.
If she wasn't jumping there, they would have got to like 22 or 23.
And they got it.
Easy peasy, like they would have totally gotten that, and they would have not got, like Hanron wouldn't have gotten this comeback that they end up getting here. Like, I think them losing this game is what really lost them the set.
Almost a kill, almost a reverse kill on there. Either
kill
way,
right.
job well done on Two Moons. They are really in these clutch situations, really handling themselves incredibly well.
Punch after punch after punch.
And then
Each team
this
giving the
this
their very
push
best.
is just weird. Like they just
Now, okay, I think this might have
like
set up, but we do
balls
have
to the wall. Like
with
they
the
just
back
get
end,
on tower and
just got
push.
5
Like
seconds on the clock. They do have a chance, but they don't have that many. They've got to get this.
like
in position.
why crack in there? Why like everything was like wrong about this push, and yet somehow it still works because like 3-9, like Dadsy's up there just like killing people like solo.
And so doing what they can to be able to snipe them out of it. The tower's
getting
approaching
close.
that 32-point mark. Over 30 seconds left to go. Can they do this? It looks like they should be able to if nothing else goes wrong. But there's only one on the tower right now. They take the tower at the very last second. Can do it? They have to go.
And
It's right on it.
Spectre should have gone straight for the tower,
Just jump.
but I still don't think she would have made it in time.
They're gonna stealth jump in. Spectre's gonna come in and do what they can, but everyone else is going down left and right.
Like if she had just like bolted for the tower as soon as that person died, she might have had a chance to stop it, but it would have been really close. They probably still would have got that 1 point.
Has come back at the very last second, but we have overtime.
Oh, there is a chance.
Can they pull it off? Spectre has to do so much.
But at this point, it's just unreasonable to assume that you're gonna get a push off of that.
Gets Kite. Gets Kite. That's a start, but they need to keep things.
They had a little hope after that kill, but they just
There's one.
like
Spectre
all
is Kraken now.
all
She's got to
Hanron had to
Kraken.
do was save a
Yes,
special.
Brand's gonna come get it. Oh, what a kill by Grant. Oh.
My goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh.
This situation several times. These are
Yeah,
all
that
veterans
losing
on the
that
scene.
game is pretty
Hear
much
the crowd going
what decided
wild
the
here.
set. Like every other game was like
And it's going to be the exact same set
every game was hype,
for
but
Hanron
that game
for the
was
following
one that
day.
they messed up to lose. They got the crazy comeback push and then just like threw it away.
What happens here is I believe Kite. Yep, sticking with that lead leader with the rest of the team. He's gonna head up and lead his team here. Oh, that Rainmaker might be bursting sometime soon. It looks like all of Two Moons devoting their resources to popping this one first, but it seems like they're gonna drop off from that objective and let them take care of it. Spectre on this left side, maybe not expecting Kite as much, but Kite not exactly landing that shot, an incredibly close one. As Kite, with a flick of the wrist, seems to dictate a lot of the play around here.
That was Brand splatting out one over there, and Spectre really not able to do a whole lot. Influence. Whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
someone turned up behind him,
what?
almost able to get the reverse kill, but Savage at least able
That
to
could have been
They
insane
can get a
from
push
B,
already.
but they get a push off of it
already.
because he didn't get any
That's 3 down,
kills.
That's 3 down. Ink Strike coming in now. They're going to continue pushing this a little bit further. All the way down to
push
below
is
50 points,
still
45, 44, 40.
going.
No, the Kraken was actually at the perfect time for her, but she was jumping up and down, so they knocked her off of the tower. And because of that, they didn't get as low as they should have, and they probably would have won.
I think she actually just dropped down, but either way, Rainmaker's going to be reset back to the
Like even with Hanron's comeback push at the end, like I think Two Moons could have gotten deep enough that they could have won anyway.
The two Moon members that are sitting off to the right side here of this Rainmaker, nearly slipping a snipe through the cracks there. As you can spot a Kraken in the distance.
Yeah, Kraken in the distance right now. Kite going to be just...
Pretty sure Hanron wins this one too.
The onus is entirely on Two Moons here. They have to make this big push, but they've got to get through Kite somehow. I'm glad you pointed out how Kite has been influencing these matches, because even if Kite isn't getting all these kills, the laser...
I never knew you could get up here. It's such a cool spot. It's not like super useful, or at least like not any more so than some of the other spots, but it's a little bit safer from people pushing into snipe. It's really cool. I've never actually even thought that existed. So in this map, Kite's actually repositioning really, really well. Like, the rest of the set, he wasn't doing it very well, but this map specifically, it was like constant repositioning in safe spots and like really smart how he was doing it.
Two Moons, have they even grabbed the Rainmaker? I mean, it honestly feels like the only time they grabbed the Rainmaker was to move it back. I don't think they've had any sort of pressure whatsoever. And
It's like the fastest E leader on the planet.
Okay, we're gonna see
All that run speed.
try to get something going, but they have to find a way to move Kite.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say it felt kind of forced. Like, it didn't really feel like they had established much in the area of control. With another snipe on Chris, Kite taking out half of the Two Moon roster just like that. That being said, oh, I saw a stealth jump. Someone behind him. Yeah, not able to turn around snipe. If he had charged up enough, maybe. Either way, dude gonna be able to take care of that Rainmaker before, I believe, going down
Dadsy with the double kill.
That's 3 down.
Triple.
My goodness.
It's like every time it seems like Two Moons was about to get momentum, they just get shut down by some play from Hanron.
See them once again splitting up. BSME on the right, dude on the left.
And that's pretty much how Hanron rolls. Like they have always rolled. They rely really heavily on it, how good they are individually. Like they're a team where like if they get scary coordinated and they keep the individual skill they have for Splat 2, they're gonna be freaking scary.
That was Brand with the custom range blaster, then using the Kraken to gain some great momentum. And now you see the map all the way going back in favor now of Hanron, and that's pretty much been the story. Every time something starts, they just lose the map. And this is a map where it's very hard to get pushes with map control, and they aren't even going to get that at the moment.
I mean, they popped the Rainmaker, but look around them, man.
Yep.
They are able to spot one person out, but Spectre not able to exactly track where that member.
They probably weren't as coordinated as they could have been because I don't think they played much with Savage or who is it? Bran and Kite are the only ones that are actually on Hanron, I think. And then the other two just kind of play with them every once in a while.
Not enough ink charge up in that shot. So unfortunate. And that defense up being
yeah, they got a lot of crazy individual skill. It's been like that since like the beginning. Like they've always been like really good individually.
Whoa, what?
And he says to shut up. BSME says no, we're not going to take any of that. Two Moons still has plenty of work to do in this match. That's 3 down. They want to get something going, and they're not going to have any of that kind of lazy push.
No, they're not going to have any time. You can't even think about invincibility specials right now. They're not
going to speed this up.
Build them up. And right here, this just dude gonna go ahead and try to force Cat with a bomb. Spectre gonna help out, but Brand's gotta look. Brand has a look at Brand has able to take out the Rainmaker here.
Oh man, 9, you sound so cool when you're at like 2 times speed. But yeah, that game was just that game was probably the most boring out of the whole set.
Wow, I'm really curious to see the KDs here. What did Daddy get there? Daddy with 8 and 5, but Brand with 15 and 9, Savage 12 and 9. Everyone doing their job, and like we said earlier, Kite may not have been getting all the kills. Chats as well. Everyone going crazy.
So this one is like,
Let's go.
What do you have to say about
like Hanron loses this purely off of comp. Like the Dynamo plus like they just purely outpainted him like insanely hard. Like this early lead they get off of it is just like what decided it. And then like there was like no point in the game. Like there was like at one point where it looked kind of scary because the Carbon Roller was getting a lot of kills, but it was just like a matter of time until they got control back.
Nicely on them, they have the ink strike as well. Gonna be able to secure a zone here.
This is what they needed. Now Spectre's gonna be able to
I think it was purely like the only reason they didn't like just like steamroll them completely is I think Two Moons were really nervous here. Like I think they were like really scared they were gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, ink strike not exactly being the. I thought it was gonna actually even get Spectre, but nope, she was able to avoid it just fine. We do see some action going on behind enemy lines there. Another ink strike coming out, and this time ahead.
So Spectre like
as a preventative measure, a defensive.
It does a lot of the right idea here, but she jumps down a lot more than she really needs to, and I think that's kind of what gives Hanron their opening in a second here.
These are our zones.
Still 40 seconds still.
Like she should just be sitting there chucking bombs instead of jumping on people.
She just barely misses. That's going to give Brand the chance to turn things around here. Chris not going to be able to take.
That's 3 down.
And then I think, yeah, the Carbon Roller, but Kite like ends up getting a lot of kills right here, and it slows them down getting back. But it was like all Two Moons really needed to do was just make sure they took a breath and then like were methodical about how they pushed in, because they can just like hold forward with the right trigger and paint and like push them back with their comp.
I mean, this has to be Dude. Dude has to be able to do this right now. You hate to say it's one person, but this is Dude we're talking about here.
Oh, what? Getting the kill on
this is Dude we're talking about here.
Dude, let's go. Getting the kill onto the other side of the zone and still coming away scotch-free. Inksuka coming out, this time going into the NEB base once again. We see B there on the right side.
I don't remember if they hold this for the rest of the game or not, but I know there's at least a couple more times where Spectre just kind of like right there, she just jumps down to like get a kill that she doesn't need to.
Still got control of both zones, but maybe the slam dunk, able to at least get the assist.
That one was a little more reasonable, but it was still kind of maybe you're better off just staying up top. Like I don't know, it's hard to say because like they do end up winning it anyway.
And getting away with it.
Yeah, Spectre going to be able to go right back up to the middle here. Going to drop the bomb down. Going to get chased here. Not able to get the kill, but
I mean, yeah, that is the way Hanron is. Like they rely purely on their individual skill, and if they're not being individually like, if they're having like an off day or something, they're not as good of a team. But when they are on, it's like really hard to deal with. Because especially with the quick respawn meta, like it benefits them so well. Like it benefits that playstyle insanely well. And where was I going with that? It benefits that playstyle insanely well, and then because of that, like even when they're not playing perfectly, they still can like make good plays and like get games that they probably wouldn't normally. But yeah, oh that triple was nuts, and that's what made the game scary right there. I think it was like the only point where I was like, oh man, maybe the Two Moons is gonna lose here.
Onto the zone, and my goodness, a flurry of kills coming in from Kite. Two Moons, they have the lead, but you have to be questioned.
But yeah, if Hanron, like, if they stay as good as they are, and then they also start getting coordinated, they're gonna be scary. Like, they're a team I kind of wish I could coach. I don't know if that's the kind of people they like. I don't know if they like are interested in like working in the fashion that would mean.
Incredibly important. Spectre wins it. Important kill there by getting the kill onto zone, but she died on the zone as well. Will they be able to get that penalty? That's an important penalty coming up. If Two Moons is able to get this penalty,
Two Moons has to get a penalty now. All the momentum in favor of Hanron here. They're able to get two up in here. Brand gonna drop down there on Chris. Not gonna get the kill. Dadzy up top. Spectre shooting for her life, but not gonna be able to get anything. B is still there.
But B gets the kill.
B gets the kill.
Oh no, that
Spectre goes down too.
And the penalty is applied, so they are able to get the zones with 30 seconds left to go. Two Moons might have done what they needed to keep this alive.
They might have done just enough. You don't have to win the.
They're so antsy. Like, Two Moons just literally just has to sit there and paint. Like, but they're still somehow antsy.
They didn't notice Kite coming in from the left side, but Kite didn't get the kill immediately. 13 seconds left. That's going to be just enough time for Two Moons to actually come up. And either way, it'd go into overtime. The penalty is running out, though. Spectre is on this right side, and she needs to be able to make sure she gets any kills. That combo will cross her way. There's a one person on this left zone. Going to be able to box him out.
Like, I don't know. She went into the zone. Like, I think they end up winning off of that anyway. But, like, if she had just gone into snipe and painted over, like, there's nothing Hanron could have done about it.
And we're headed to a game 6.
Oh, my goodness. We get more games. We get what we want.
My goodness.
I have no stock in either of these teams right now. I just want more of this. Dude leading the charge with a 15-9.
Oh my god, that scoreline. Oh, it's so disgusting. That scoreline, like, all the way down. Like, you can't even see Dadzy's, but, like, it's consistent all the way down. And it's like, dying that many times should never be good. Like, no matter what. Like, it should never be good. And Cook Respawn makes it like it doesn't matter. That's really more like 6 deaths for everybody. Like, I don't know, that bothers me a lot.
But everybody coming out.
There's no game where you get that many deaths relative to that many kills, and that's a good thing.
Two Moons has to win.
Other than Splatoon with Quick Respawn.
Basically, to keep this set going. Just keep that in mind as we go into these next games.
I mean, it's been done to them. They can do it back.
They can do it again. My goodness. What games we are having here. Man, we'll have to see how much they change it up here. I mean, even then, Kite's still having a great time. Tower Control, Piranha Pit is next up. And
yeah, they're all laughing. You turn around, they're laughing. There's smiles everywhere.
I should have skipped that. I don't know why I sat there for that whole time.
I'm confused, but either way.
That's all right.
Yeah.
Tower Control here. And as Piranha Pit always is, don't get locked out.
It really bothers me that neither team ran a Dynamo here, because I think this map more than any other is probably the best Dynamo map. Like, it's just so crazy what the Dynamo can do from the ramps. If you get ramp control with a Dynamo, you can cover like everything that's relevant on the map. Like, easy. And another thing is, Two Moons, like, almost every game they have a bad start. Like, they make a lot of crazy comebacks, but they were like, their openings were really, really weak. Like, Hanron was just like punishing it every time.
Going to come down on the middle and kind of separate these two teams just a little bit. This tower not exactly pushing the most, but it's slowly but surely getting there. One down on each side. With Kite kind of hanging out on this ramp where the opponent can't exactly see them the easiest, and in fact, gonna get
It was so weird that they didn't know that Kite was there.
B probably wondering what in the world was a sniper doing there of all places.
And Mario, like, during this whole thing, he was like a proud father seeing Hanron squid bag all of this, like, throughout this whole set. I'm pretty sure he cried at one point.
He's in a good position to do so, and unfortunately not able to get the kill there. Gonna have to go back to base.
You do see a lot of orange on the map right now, though. Hanron going to have to be very careful that they don't lose too much map to be able to position themselves. You know, map control is so important here, but like we said earlier, you cannot get locked out. A great shot on Kite. Exactly what they needed. They should be able to take the lead.
It's so, like, weird for me. Like, Spectre is, like, when she's on, she's like an amazing charger. But I still, like, a lot of the time I feel like it would just be better if she played Dynamo. I don't know. It's like such a weird meta when I can't, like, decide. Like, those are two completely opposite weapons, and she plays both, and somehow I still, like, don't know which one she should play.
We see Spectre in the position.
Nice kill on the side.
We see Spectre in the position.
Her charger though does get this, like, win. Like,
this is the position that Kite went to, and you're starting to see.
but I feel like Dynamo would have still done it better.
Finally gonna get his answer, but it's still going. This push is still going. Finally, maybe finished at 16. 16. They got what they came for.
Okay. In the meantime, Kite was able to get a Kraken in the meantime. I'm not sure what
Oh, that was so close.
doing all out by themselves against 3 other players, but they retreated. Good on them.
And right now you see Hanron actually doing a pretty good job here. They're not going down too much further. Maybe a little bit premature of a Kraken, but you see
Kraken,
Dadzy
and
moving in
like
there.
thinking that he was going to drop down on him.
Now we're going to see Kite position himself a little bit more aggressively.
But again, like Kite, what? I still don't understand how that kill happened. I'm actually going to go back and watch that.
Kite position.
All right. Oh, just above the splash wall, and still somehow hits the hitbox. That was like a pixel. Like, that was crazy.
How did that happen?
Let's go, Kite. Let's go.
But like physically, how did that?
I don't know.
The layers of how.
I don't know.
Either way, Chris gonna come in with a 52 gal kill.
But as I was saying, like Kite's positioning is so weird because I feel like he's used to like it paying off well for him, but it's like so aggressive, and
I think we saw a squid back there after the
it
miss.
like only
Oh,
works
Brand
out
in
like
a
maybe
very
a third of the
aggressive
time.
position, gonna get splatted out for.
Oh,
But I
Kite
believe
with
that
the
was
snipe.
Kite taking down Dude. And we see another squid bag, or at least we hear it rather.
Yeah. Either way, Hanron hasn't had an offensive yet just yet, but it looks like they're gearing for one.
So this is good aggressive positioning. He's got teammates in front of him, and he's in a fairly safe spot. But Dude getting through there, but like Dude gets through and still like gets punished because he has two teammates around him to like protect him. Like that's good aggressive positioning.
Oh, what a great
And that was a risky one, but he knew he had Kraken, I think. So
You have to be kidding me. He's gonna try for the Kraken.
that worked out fine.
He's on that conveyor belt. But dude, he can't afford to go out just here. There's
No.
3 players around the corner.
Well, yeah.
If there's one more
Let me respond to that. Yeah. So it is definitely because Dynamo is better in the meta, and that's why I'm so hesitant about it. Like she's good at Charger and she's pretty good at Dynamo. I think she's probably better at Charger, but Charger in general is just so like the meta is so not favoring Chargers right now.
There's one more
I still think the E-Leader is a problematic mechanic, but that's a whole different story. But yeah, like so like even though they win because of her Charger, I feel like they would have even had a better chance if they or had a better time if she had been Dynamo. Or at least somebody had been Dynamo, but I don't think anybody else plays it but her on this team.
Did Brand fall off? I think Brand fell off the map. Wow, and what is this now? Tower goes back to middle. You know, this isn't Rainmaker where you can just reliably leave the Rainmaker somewhere. The tower has a mind of its own, and now they're going to get a chance to just push it a little bit further and just kind of stall as much time here as they want.
Nice. Well, it looks like Spectre isn't able to spot out a person just yet until someone approaches from right behind, not able to escape until...
She almost got out of there. That was crazy.
Dadzy able to get the kill with that 10 attack.
Situations are like that are why I almost think quick respawn or quick super jump could potentially be better than quick respawn, but like nobody's good enough at it to like
Brain got the kill there.
Two down.
figure it out.
Gets it on Spectre now. This is it. This is their chance.
17 seconds left.
Because like you can press if you run like 3 mains of quick respawn and you press like the home button, you are out in like a quarter of a second or less. Like
Was able to get that Kraken before the overtime.
it's crazy how fast you jump out.
Are they going to be able to wrap this tournament up here? 2 moons, they're respawning, but we have Kai on the tower who can pick them off if needed.
What's up, Cody?
They got to know. There's no one to get on the tower. There's no one to get on the tower.
But they get back on it eventually.
But B's gonna get the kill. They're gonna get on the tower.
That whale and then B getting in that position was perfect.
Game.
It's like you can kind of hear there like the people are freaking out, but it just like it was like a roar. Like you couldn't hear like it was just like ear splitting loud. Like it was so crazy. Like it was
that whale. There was no one.
The hype was insane.
Get on it to end the game right
And the
there.
second they got on it,
Gave them enough time.
BSME knew the second they were all.
It's another scoreline that kind of was like, oh hey, quick respawn makes this a viable thing.
And that'd be it.
And whatever.
The crowd are going here. It would not surprise me if they keep using the exact same comp here. Both teams have really stuck to the same comp for most games.
I'm pretty sure I'm one of the few people that's going to be happy if Triggerfish doesn't return.
Everyone get hype. Let's see what it is. And it's the same comp.
We have
The exact same.
600
Dadzy Dadsy changing over to the 52 gal, but for the most part, everyone doing the same thing.
We have 600 viewers joining us for this one. Thank you very much. This is Splatoon at Smash and Splash. The last
I think we could have got a lot more viewers if we had, like, you know, been stronger about pushing into Reddit and other places.
We hope you like what you're watching, because we do.
I think Endgame like does really good at like making good events happen, but they're really bad at promoting themselves, which is weird.
Getting to the 71 point within the first 30 seconds by yourself, insane.
Yeah, no, not bad at all, and they do push it to a bit more of a defensive position here. If they can set up a couple of their walls here, they might be able to get themselves a few kills. But Bran going to go ahead and take out, I believe it was Dude there.
I wouldn't say really bad at promoting themselves, but they're not that great. They're not great at it.
And they're going to hide behind the wall here.
They kind of like expect people to know about things.
But no, this is a great distraction now. They're going to get to push it all the way down to the left side now, if I'm not mistaken. They're going to get a scene push here. B's going to have to get this kill. But
this is an early as
43, pretty big. Can Spectre get this splat? Oh, Dude comes around to save the day, but 38 actually a pretty solid push.
Hanron with an early.
I feel like if Hanron had just run through there, they would have actually gotten fast, because I think Spectre was way too nervous to hit that shot.
And for 2 moons,
an amazing Kraken. Oh, wow.
You can tell she's like insanely nervous. Like she's just making plays that only nerves make.
I think this might be, yeah.
Oh,
wait, was Hawk gonna get the kill?
Oh, that was so nuts.
Price here for the squid packing, but Kite survives.
And Kite nearly gets a snipe onto the Rainmaker as well. And maybe I shouldn't say that too early, as he's able to get BSCB right off the bat like that. Kraken available now for Kite, who does have the echolocator on him, but he's still.
Also, like with the Spectre thing, I'm not like being critical because I think she's bad. I think it's because she's actually better than it's showing. Like I think nerves are like huge on her right now. Like after seeing her at freaking DPG, it was like she was a beast there.
And how
the last possible second, it is just.
Either way, look at this. This is an open canvas for them to keep going. I mean, we do have one player from the left, I believe, Dude with the cherry, but that's about it. Either way, going down to the sniper, or sorry, Dude here on the left side.
So
with the bubble, able to burst through and brute force.
Oh, that's big. That's big. Dude with the last line of defense.
I don't remember if there's a point at this game where it seems like 2 Moons might actually win, because Hanron gets this early lead so quick.
This is not a good spot to be in. I mean, the blaster, if there's 3 players in this congested area, but fortunately enough, she's able to get away with it. Use her Kraken at the best possible time, and still comes out with a sniper to be able to get and help her team out and get this Rainmaker out of there.
Right, they've got to get it out. It wouldn't surprise me if they just play it off the side here. But no, they lost it somehow. I believe it was Kai with the kill. Does get the kill onto Dadsy here. And we're going to get this to pop to what?
She does to the Rainmaker.
Killed it between the sandbags. Okay, they're going to play it. They're going to jump it off the side.
Angstar coming in immediately here. And it's going to be at an kind of, okay, right at the edge. That's fine. Yeah, they're going to be able to get the Rainmaker pretty quickly, but the wall comes out really quick immediately. And Dude, slap in the face, say, you're not going to get that Rainmaker that easily. Are you kidding me?
All right, 2 Moons needs to do exactly what they did on that tower control game they won. Or no, I'm sorry, that was a Rainmaker game that they won early on in game 1 of this set, which feels like ages ago. Just take it back slowly like they're doing now. 2 down, Dude's gonna push up here.
So they did a really good push, or really potentially good push here. I still, like, even still, I kind of think they should have gone left. But yeah, Bran saves it super hard.
But either way, that Rainmaker had its limitations either way. Even if they
I think if Spectre had gone straight to like the second gate instead of trying to go to the one where Bran was at, they might have gotten the lead. But I don't know the exact like point, like the spots where the points actually go up. I think you actually have to climb the wall, and people would have spawned by then. So it was really just like the push, like it was too late to make that mid push. Or they didn't go quick enough, one or the other. I can't wait for Cherry to not be a thing, too. Cherry's like a prime example of a bad weapon being good because of the meta.
Be the one to carry this one forward, as we do have him out on this right perch. 37 seconds left to go. We do see a jump coming in the middle of the map. Kite has his Kraken available. We have to watch out for that in the last 30 seconds here, as that's going to prove immense towards what might be an inevitable overtime.
They both have Kraken.
Killer Whale coming in. That's a preemptive Killer Whale. I'm not sure if that's the best one they could have used, but it's used to at least split them up a little bit. Dude coming in from the side with the bubble, able to get at least 1 kill. And Kite's on the run. He doesn't want any part of this. He wants to be able to preserve his Kraken, and he is able to.
Yeah, that was really smart from Kite to get out there. I think that's pretty much what like won the game.
There's one behind it.
Gets the
Kite
side
gonna get
throw.
the
That
kill.
might be it. 4 seconds left to go. I think that's it.
Yeah,
Kite
Kite not
with
dying
the
was
win.
huge.
The bubble of the bird, and they win grand finals.
They're up. Hanron is your champion. Kite with the final kill. Did he needed it?
There's some moments in that game where 2 Moons had a chance, but
Incredible stuff.
it was really just like
Please tell me that we can move this camera.
Hanron was really just gonna win that no matter what. I think the game that they really needed to win that they didn't was the TC on Bluefin. If they had won that, I think they would have won the set. All right. Top 5 favorite Splatoon sets of all time. I don't know if I can think of 5, but that one's definitely in there. Team Paradise versus Memories. Got to versus Chimera and DPG. I think even both of those sets were like really good. And then like other than that, I can't really like there's nothing that sticks out. Those are the ones that really like left an impression on me though. Like during and after all of those sets when I watched them, I was like, this might be the greatest set of all time I've seen. Or greatest set of all time. With TP it was because it was or with the memory set, it was because I was playing, and like that moment, I've like that was the proudest I've been. Like it was so good to win that set.